Hello ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else watching. My name's Eric, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the Bioshock Hub. Back in December, I made a video about the best tonics within Bioshock 1, and I promised I would cover Bioshock 2 and the gear pieces in Bioshock Infinite. So I'm here to uphold that part of the bargain. Today, we're going to be taking a look at 20, yes, 20 of the best tonics within Bioshock 2. Now these tonics are going to help you through your playthrough, whether that's putting out damage or receiving less damage. So with that being said, if you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know down in the comment section below. And without further ado, let's hop into today's video. Now for this one, I'm not going to go in any particular order. I'm just going to list off the ones that I find to be the most effective for your playthrough. So in at the number 20 slot, and remember, you can stack this with the original if you'd like, this is Armored Shell 2. This also further reduces physical damage taken, and you can obtain it by researching brood splicers to the maximum levels. So this is definitely a must own when you're doing a playthrough, and let me know what you think in terms of the actual damage reduction. Do you think it's worth it? Because in my personal opinion, it is a must own and it is a must have. So coming in at the number 19 slot, we have Careful Hacker 1 and Careful Hacker 2. If there are multiple iterations of any specific tonic, you can stack them. Keep in mind though, if you do indeed decide to stack them, it's going to cost you that extra tonic slot, so be careful with what you choose. Careful Hacker 1 allows the hacking needle to move slightly slower, and then Careful Hacker 2 allows the hacking needle to move even more slowly. So if you combine that with something that gives you health when you hack, we'll get to that later, this is a perfect 1-2 setup for those other tonics. Coming in at the number 18 slot is one that you wouldn't actually think is very good, but in practice, this tonic is phenomenal, and that is Cure All. So if you're not familiar with it, Cure All is a gene tonic that allows you to refill your Eve at health stations. So it's basically giving you a 2-for-1. You're able to get more medkits if you want to destroy it. You can also heal yourself and heal your Eve. So I'm not sure what gets more better than that. Unfortunately, there isn't a second or potentially even third option of it, but Cure All itself is actually a pretty damn good tonic if I do say so myself. For the 17th slot, this one is going to pair well with a lot of the camera tonics. This one is going to be Damage Research, and I absolutely adore the way that they did the research in Bioshock 2, with allowing the camera to continuously run, you rack up points, and you're able to gain more rewards by doing so. Anyways, Damage Research. This increases research damage bonuses, and this is something that you can use on Big Daddies, Big Sisters, the Brute Splicers, or Splicers in general. This is such a damn good tonic, and when you compare them with the rest of the camera tonics that are going to be on this list, you're going to see why I put it on the list in the first place. For the number 16 slot, I decided to put Demanding Father here, and this is going to go well with another one later on in the list. Demanding Father is a gene tonic, and when equipped, it allows little sisters to gather Adam at a faster rate during a gathering session. So if you're playing on some of the harder difficulties, this thing is absolutely perfect. All you need to do is make sure you stand your ground. You let the little sister off your shoulder, let her gather the Adam, and it goes a lot quicker than you would expect. And again, it goes perfectly with another tonic that will be on this list. These next ones at number 15 are some of my personal favorites because I absolutely adore doing melee only runs within Bioshock. So using a drill is badass. And this is Drill Power and Drill Power 2. So Drill Power is an increase, and a slight increase I might add, to damage done by the drill overall. And then Drill Power 2 is a significantly buffed damage done by the drill. You combine this with a couple of other things, maybe drill specialist or drill lurker like the next one, you have yourself a pretty good melee only setup. And if you get the drill dash as well, just mwah, chef's kiss, absolutely. Now that I mentioned drill lurker in the last entry, let's talk about that one, shall we? Drill lurker allows the player's footsteps to be quiet and also increases melee damage against unaware enemies. Again, if you use that with drill dash as well as drill power 1 and 2, you have an amazing, and when I mean amazing, I mean an incredibly amazing melee only build to use. If you've never done a melee only run in Bioshock 2 or any of the Bioshocks for that matter, I would highly recommend it if you're listening right now. In at the lucky number 13 slot, God I love that number, we have Electrical Storm. The player emits a burst of electricity when struck by a melee attack. This one, I can't tell you how many times it saved me in both Bioshock and Bioshock 2, especially if I'm near a puddle or a pool of water and someone tries to melee me. All of a sudden, I electrocute the water. I take a little bit of damage, which is okay, but it outright just destroys them. So this one is more of a just-in-case type of tonic, but definitely one that I would recommend. So try it out for yourself. For the number 12 slot, I decided to put Eve Saver here. And again, it might not seem like a lot, but this is extremely useful over time. So Eve Saver slightly reduces the amount of Eve consumed by plasmids. And if you're constantly spamming things like I do with the bees or with Electrobolt, Incinerate, whatever it may be, this one comes in handy because it allows you to do it more frequently and it doesn't punish you by taking away your Eve extremely quickly. So let me know what you think about Eve Saver down in the comment section below. And also, there is an Eve Saver 2, but it's only in Minerva's Den. So if you want to play through Minerva's Den and get that, let me know what you think of it. Next up, we have yet another small one that doesn't seem like it'll do a lot, but again, it does save you over time, and it saves you in a pinch if you need it. And that is Eve Link. So Eve Link allows you to use first aid kits, and it also, in return, gives you a small amount of Eve. Again, it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you're constantly taking damage and you need to pop a med kit, this gives you Eve back, and you're allowed to either stun your enemy, use your bees, or burn them alive. So definitely a very useful one, even though it doesn't seem like it. Remember earlier when I was talking about the camera and more specifically damage research? Now we're going to go on to the tonic that actually makes that combination extremely useful. Now we'll be talking about Extended Reel. And again, if you want to max out your research on all targets, use damage research and use Extended Reel. So Extended Reel increases the length of time for the camera to record while researching. So it is definitely a very useful combination that I would highly recommend you get, especially, as I mentioned, if you want to fully maximize the research on each individual enemy in the game. This next gene tonic, in my personal opinion, is one of the more underrated ones in the game, because there's so much water in Rapture, there's so many leaks, there's so many puddles. We have the Fountain of Youth. The Fountain of Youth allows the player to slowly regenerate health and Eve when in contact with water. So, yeah, now you can see where I'm going with this. You stand in it for about 10, 15, or 20 seconds, depending on your patience, and you can fully maximize your health and your Eve, just literally by standing still with one tonic. So if that's not underrated, I honestly don't know what is. This next gene tonic goes out to everyone that likes to hack, especially the turrets in the game, and that is Handyman. The Handyman tonic allows the player to repair any friendly security bots or turrets for a small cost of Eve. This one is definitely worth it, especially if you have a combination of good turrets or just good security drones with you. And you definitely want to make sure you keep them at full health as much as possible. If you like the Handyman gene tonic, Let me know down below. I'm genuinely curious to see which one is your favorite so far. And keep in mind, we still have a couple more to go. So for all my viewers and anybody watching this video right now that loves to hit those headshots, this next one is for you. And in combined with two others, it makes for one hell of a trio of gene tonics. This one is Headhunter, and the other two that I was referencing are Extended Real and Damage Research. Headhunter increases headshot damage dealt to enemies. So if you maximize the research out fully on an enemy, you shoot him in the head, this does an unreal amount of damage, and you don't have to burn through ammo or anything like that. So give that trio of tonics a whirl and let me know what you think by coming back to this video and leaving a comment down below. Now for this next one, if you want to combine it with Extended Real as well as Damage Research, you're going to be in pretty good shape. We have Keen Observer 1 and Keen Observer 2, especially if you want to fully maximize out how much damage you can do to one individual. Keen Observer 1 slightly increases the research score while using the research camera, and Keen Observer 2 greatly increases that same score. So if you combine all of those together and combine that with Headhunter, you're going to have a fun time. Trust me on that one. This next one is my all-time favorite, especially from Bioshock 1 as well, and that is Natural Camouflage. Remember, you cannot purchase Natural Camouflage. This is a non-purchasable one. So this causes the player to become completely invisible while remaining stationary. And if you're interested, the way that you actually get it is hitting research level 4 of Houdini splicers. So this one is definitely worth it. It gets you out of a lot of sticky situations and a lot of jams. I would really and highly recommend getting this one if you can. Now in at the number 4 slot, we have Proud Parent. Proud Parent increases the amount of Atom that adopted little sisters give the player upon finishing extraction, from 40 to 60 Atom. Again, it might not seem like a lot, but if you're saving all of the little sisters and doing each Atom extraction that you can, it gains a lot over time, and especially when you get the gifts from Tenenbaum. Definitely give it a whirl. For the number 3 slot, we have another classic, that being Sports Boost. Sports Boost increases the player's movement speed. Again, doesn't seem like it does a lot, but if you are doing, let's say, a melee only playthrough, it gets you from point A to point B pretty damn quick. So definitely try it out. It's one that I always run just because I love the extra mobility, and I think a lot of people run this one as well. And now we've reached the final 2 slots. Keep in mind, this whole list was not meant to be taken in order. So there we go. In at number 2, we have Hardy Machines. And this allows you to either hack a turret or security bot to raise its max health. And you combine that with Handyman, and you have yourself quite a combo. So definitely try that out, especially if you love having the security drones with you or even a turret. And let me know what you think. And finishing off today's list at the number 1 slot, we have Vending Expert 1 and Vending Expert 2. Vending Expert 1 provides a slight reduction to prices in vending machines, and Vending Expert 2 provides a significant reduction. And if you hack the actual machines itself, it gives you even more of a discount. So essentially, you're getting 3 tonics for the price of 1. And you get to hear Ken Levine say, "Welcome to the circus of values." So that's always a plus. So ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else watching, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I do apologize for taking so long to get it out. The next one we'll be covering, when I finally do decide to get to it, is all of the gear pieces within Bioshock Infinite, mainly the best ones for you to use. If you enjoyed this video, would you kindly drop a like? If not, you can leave a dislike and let me know what I can do to make the video better for you. If you're new here and want to see more Bioshock content in the future, feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on all post notifications. You can always unsub later if you don't like the content, but it does help out the channel a ton. Also, if you want to talk to me outside of YouTube or check out additional content on my second channel, the links to that will be in the description below. Other than that, thank you all so very much for watching. I appreciate you all. Take care, stay safe, and I will talk to you all in the next video.